What's good, YouTube? This is MajoraMayhem coming at you with another deck profile. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Greninja break deck. Let's get right into it. This has honestly been one of the most fun decks I've had the pleasure of playing. So to start out, we're playing 2 copies of Greninja break himself. One of the best breaks I think to come out. It's seeing a solid 170 HP, so for a single prize attacker that's super bulky. Its ability, Giant Water Shuriken. If he's your active Pokemon, you discard Water Energy and deal 60. So that's knocking out a lot of smaller basic Pokemon as well as 2-shotting Shaman. So it really helps you get a lot of prizes. I stick to the 2 mostly because I think you really only need to get 1 to put yourself in a really commanding position. And having the 2 lets you swap out between. 3 gets cloggy because you're really never going to resolve 3, and also just drawing it, you never want to see it turn 1. Then to go into our stage 2s, I'm playing a 2-2 split of Greninja. First one is the XY base set with the mini Water Shuriken, which you discard and deal 30 damage. You know, knocks off a Joltik. You can combo it off of a Giant Water Shuriken, put 98 damage on the board. Pretty decent amount of damage. Miss Slash, swing 50, you're really never going to use it, but it is nice if you're going up against something like a Glaceon and you can just swing through their protection. The Shadow Stitch in Greninja is definitely the best one. What really matters is the free retreat, letting you swap in between them if you have the breaks on top. The Shadow Stitch attack is also fantastic. It's a Hex Maniac that does 40 damage. And the Moonlight Slash is good for getting some extra damage in. It's 60 base, return water, and it's 80 damage. And putting that water back in hand is also pretty good because you can just drop it for the break. So overall, these are 2 very good cards. I have been going back and forth between playing the 2-2 split and playing the typical 3-1 split. I think the 2-2 does work a lot better because I'm playing a large amount of Floatstone, so I can also swap back with the regular Water Shuriken ones, and just having the ability to drop in extra 60 damage in total is really nice to have, especially in stuff like Mirror Match or just in against stuff like Night March, just being able to quickly kill some of the smaller stuff. For stage 1, we're playing Frogadier. This card's dumb, just single water energy, and you get to play the other 3 just straight onto the bench, allowing you to immediately drop down your Greninjas on top of them. Really just a ridiculous card. Kind of the centerfold of the deck is to start out with a Froakie and then Wally it when you go second, just so you can resolve water duplicates as fast as possible. And then for Froakie, nothing much to be said aside the bubble can be useful if you're just in a bind. I am playing for my draw cards 1-1 Octillery. It's really nice above Shaman because it leaves me with only single prize Pokemon in the deck, and also I can search for it off of Dive Ball, so it's very easy to get set up. Allows me to draw 5 each turn so I can survive getting in or just inning myself. Really solid card. I have been going back and forth between playing it and the Shaman, and Octillery has definitely won my heart in this deck. 2 copies of Jirachi just to basically round up the Night March game, knocking off the DCs, punishing Tina players, punishing Toad. It's just fantastic, along with being able to drop your Water Shurikens from behind, so you put up something that your opponent can't get past and rain down damage during your turn as well. It's a really solid combo, and I definitely like 2, just in case I do find a way to get past the 1. For my supporters, I am playing 3 Wally. Just, you always want to see this guy turn 1. You always want to resolve it on a Froakie, and also it gets pretty useful during the later games. You're not having to throw away hands for something like Sycamore, and you can still get to your, say, stage 2s or to the break itself. So, pretty solid card overall. I've been considering bumping it up to 4, but just ultimately, it doesn't help in every situation. Especially in the late game, you just don't want to see it. 3 Sycamores, because it's one of the best supporters ever. Resolve it, second time, you can toss a bunch of water in your discard and just grab it back. Really an excellent replenish your hand card. 2 copies of In helps you shuffle back cards that you don't want to throw away, mostly the breaks or the stage 2s, and also can punish your opponent during the later game if they somehow got a prize lead on you. For my one-off supporters, I'm playing Lysander, Hexmaniac, and Fisherman. Lysander just get me quick kills on Shamans. Hexmaniac works pretty well in the mirror match, which usually devolves into 2 Greninjas Shao Stitching each other. Hexmaniac has the same effect as Shao Stitching, and I can use the Mist Slash, so I get a damage lead there, which is really nice. And Fisherman is absolutely fantastic when I have an established board. Let me put 4 energy into my hand and drop them right back to deal a load of damage across my opponent. It's really quite amazing. Going into my items, 4 Trainer's Mail, just dig through my deck, turbo. They're finally all golden, which I'm so happy about. 4 Dive Balls, just completely replaces Ultra Ball in the deck. I was playing a couple of Ultra Balls so I could kill my hand for Artillery, but that just became completely unnecessary, honestly. I think Dive Ball really covers everything you need in this deck. Of course, 4 Burst Seekers. I mean, what can be said? It just gives you 4 extra copies of any supporter in your deck. I play 3 copies of Acrobike, mostly because I ended up cutting the 4th for, I believe, the Hexmaniac. Lets you turbo through your deck, helps you hit the either Float Stones if you start with the bad basic, or lets you hit the Wallies. So, pretty solid card. 2 copies of Floatstone. Since you want to have your Froakie as your active at the beginning, it's really imperative to have this, and also attaching it to the XY gives it a lot of the same usability that the Breakpoint Greninja has. 2 copies of Energy Retrieval. This card is amazing. Basically fulfilling the same part that Fisherman does and not eating up your supporter for the turn. You can easily drop 120 damage off it if you have 2 breaks up. It's such a solid card in the deck. For my one-off items, I'm playing Startling Megaphone and Sacred Ash. Startling Megaphone is mostly for Garbodor. We've been seeing kind of a bump in that recently, and that deck is honestly just an auto loss. So having the out to it is really nice. It's also really good against Mega decks to knock off the Spirit Links. It's good against Night March, especially if I have damage already across them. Just play this and they lose a lot of their guys that are surviving by the Fury Belt. Sacred Ash is really good because when a break dies, he's taking 4 other frogs with it. And so being able to shuffle those back in and get them set up as your second frog is doing damage is really nice. Playing 2 Rough Seas, mostly a stadium counter, but it's also such an auto win against Trevenant, just healing up any damage they do. The card's pretty fantastic, and I think one of the reasons that Water's doing so well this format. And then 8 energy to finish it up. I settled on 8 just because with the energy retrieval and the Fisherman, I didn't feel that any more energy was necessary just because I'm getting it all back. And 8's a good amount just to hit the 1 at the beginning so you can start off your water duplicates. And that's going to be my deck profile. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.